Hi everyone, this is Kenzie. If Spoonie could do it for Final Fantasy VIII, then I can definitely say this.
I take it back.
I was wrong. Well, kinda. Just saying, if you're new here and you don't really care about the context, I left a chapter for you so that you can tunnel vision your way to the game. But if you've been here for a bit and watched my video on the PS2 Gundam games, then this part is the part that matters. I mean, the other one does too, but come on, continuity is important, don't be rude. A couple of years ago or so, I covered all of the PS2 Gundam games that were available to be emulated and were released in North America. The point of it was to look at the Metacritic scores and compare my experience with those scores. All of them got a nice chunk of my time, but one of them slipped through the cracks, and that game was Gundam Encounters in Space. I played it for about a half hour, found that the controls were stupid in my honest opinion, and I called it garbage based on that. I always put the laughs first, but in this case, I just assumed it would go over well, and for a little bit of people, it did. The video overall was received well, and I appreciate that, but apparently people really like this game, and I could not imagine why at the time. That's why I've been doubling down on this one for a little bit. There seemed to be a pressure from select Gundam fans for people to cover their games in the ways that they want, where you basically have to say, Gundam game good, and play every game they want. And while I did play almost every Gundam game in North America, and even some Japanese ones, I doubt that I will ever satisfy a Gundam fan, like ever. They don't even like their own games or shows half the time, and I would know. I was one of them. And the hate comments I've received, yeah, I've seen those same people under other Gundam game review videos self-glazing about how nostalgic they are for those games. Y'all ain't slick, and y'all are attention-seeking leeches. If you don't like how I cover shit, I get it. I ain't no ace pilot, but there are people out there for you. Don't waste time with me. They got you covered. I'm gonna do my own thing. But one thing remains extremely important. I want to correct my mistake and give the people who actually checked me on this some credit. I didn't give Encounters a fair shake, and it's on me to correct that. I'm gonna play this one from the beginning and play it for real for real. It's basically still blind because I didn't touch the story, but this time around, I'm gonna be an adult about it and just try to see what everyone was trying to tell me. So if you were one of those people, congratulations! You stole my treasure from my palace and I had a change of heart. Don't ever
do that again.
Also, since I'm officially taking this off of my personal tier list for the PS2 Gundam games, that means that the next worst one out of the ones that I own is Journey to Jaburo. Why am I saying this? Because before I start looking at Encounters in Space, I need a smoke break. Ooh, I hate this. Ooh, I hate this. Oh, he's gonna come. Oh no, I gotta lock on to him. Wait, no, I gotta shoot him. He's gonna come back around. He's gonna come back a fucking round. And he's gonna throw off my lock on. Have to fucking go.
And I'm the ace.
If I die from the plastic fumes, that shit was worth it, I don't care. Orange River shot that, by the way. Please show him some love. And me. Don't forget me. I have a Patreon and memberships and they get the same things. You don't want to pay money? That's cool. Then you can subscribe. That's free and it's just as cute. Thank you, babe. Just for full disclosure, this video is gonna focus on my experience with the white base story mode, but I did try the other modes, namely Thoroughbred and Ace Pilot. I didn't record them that much because no matter what, this shit is a space game and it just isn't different enough to bloat my hard drive with anything else besides white base. In my original video, I said that the intro was pretty damn good, and I liked the gallery mode because the models looked really damn good, but I didn't like the controls. And I meant what I said, but my fuck up was calling the game garbage as a part of my narrative. That's the rundown, so I don't have to mention those things anymore. But one thing I can do is say that I did like that the game prioritized action-focused gameplay instead of clunky shit. And to this day, I still think that's true. But let's start at the beginning, alright? So when I first started the game up, I actually forgot why I thought the controls were dumbie and kinda stupid. The first tutorial was actually good, and I like the straightforward move around and shoot what's in front of you type shit. Just sensitive enough to be satisfying. And if I want to be embarrassingly honest, felt like robotic ass Kid Icarus Uprising. What the fuck was the problem? Oh, the battle sphere. The battle sphere sucks. okay? Like, full stop. It just does. The controls for this are awkward and just don't feel good with the camera going up my asshole and out of my mouth anytime the enemy sneezes and breaks the lock on. Whether this experience was intentional or not, it never felt great, and that is the vibe I will be going into the rest of this game with. I like the shooting sections, but the battlesphere can roll its ass out of my life. Alright bitches, white base, let's do this shit. The game starts off very typically. Like, do I really need to tell you what happens? Amuro, suit, Frabo, red comet, space, let's play. So I will once again reiterate, this game looks good and feels good only when you're on rails and the game is giving you targets to shoot down. Now let's define the word good because I feel like that's necessary. It means to be desired or approve of on Google. I approve of these controls. Now the definition of suck, because the battlesphere sucks, it means that it fucking sucks. Your first exposure to the battlesphere, not counting the tutorials, is a couple of jobbers and a ship that is strangely vulnerable to basic gunfire. Fine enough, I'll call this an offensive. After some shooty bits, you get back into the goddamn combat bubble again, and I have to fight off Big Ro, aka Stupid Ho. Every time you get your eyes on it, it'll jitter its way out of your lock-on and you'll have to press the lock-on button again. Now it's a new year, so I'll try to be fair. An enemy that excels at making the game feel worse to play by being annoying doesn't feel good to fight against, in my honest opinion. If I weren't being fair, I would have said fuck this, fuck you, fuck Gundam, fuck Amuro, fuck Federation, fuck Xeon, fuck Char, fuck Prof, fuck Lala, fuck Encounters in Space, fuck me. But it's a new year. There's no reason for all that negativity. Instead, we're gonna press retry.
Who the fuck is that?
One thing Big Ro does that annoys the hell out of me is that he comes after you and gives you a big hug like Barney. This move does a fuck ton of damage, and if I never learned to dodge properly, this would have hard stuck me, I'm not even gonna lie. I beat Corrupted Monk with base health and damage. I refuse to let Encounters in Hell do anything close to beating me. Hey! Snap what, bitch? Snap what? Who need a fucking snap seed? It ain't me! Fuck you, corrupted bitch boy! Eventually, I get the wrinkles back in my brain's surface and dumpster this slur. Which slur? You decide, in somebody else's comment section, not mine. I will praise this game for one thing though, and it was something that I never saw the first time I played this. This game has anime cutscenes that are pretty engaging to watch. Putting Lala on screen has a lot to do with this. She's just so fucking cute, bro. Also, the soundtrack, dude? I feel like they cut these scenes a bit short, but then again, I could just watch this shit if that mattered to me that much. They're also fully voiced, and they are voiced well.
I can understand why you'd be a little nervous around an enemy soldier, but don't you think a word of thanks would be in order at the very least?
Let's go to the next mission. You gotta kill some Doms, and every time you knock one, he counts up his body count. This is a really nice detail.
1, 2, 3, 4. How many niggas are in my store?
Lala is our biggest fan, apparently.
The white mobile suit will win.
Killing those Doms are really scaring this dude, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm kinda the shit. Now we gotta kill the Chevy, the Chevy, the Chevrolet, the drove my shit. Okay, fuck this. This is bad bit. Side note, but Chivy means to tease or annoy with persistent, petty attacks, and that's literally all this gameplay is. You just turn your brain off and mash this thing and all of its pilots down into a fiery paste. Something about Char in this shot just makes me want to call him a slut. I don't know what it is, though. Another mission down, and it's pretty nice so far. There's a level of detail in this game that I wish were in other anime games, to be honest, even hard hitters like the newer Storm games or My Hero 1's Justice. The controls still suck, never will forget about that, but everything around the boo-boo is pretty damn good. I was even getting engaged with the story, which I find myself not really doing much nowadays with these Gundam games, but I don't know. I like it here, probably because the missions are very short, which allows me to actually look forward to the next scenes. And that's neat. Another thing I noticed while doing the next mission is that the locked projectiles are very generously guided to the enemies. No problem with that at all. I love it. Less work I have to do, the better. These shoot 'em up sections are much better than I gave them credit for last time. I love the environments they drag you through, and sometimes you even have to dodge the environment and go through corridors and shit to not get hit. Wow, do I like this game now? No, not yet. I know there's a battlesphere in my future. Let's not get too hasty. Ah, there it is. In this room, the camera makes me hurl. Some of you cute freaks out there might think this is cool and realistic, and that's totally okay, but I think the fluid is leaking out of my ears the more I play this, or that might be the plastic fumes. Gotta say, the battlesphere is slightly less bad indoors because I have a reference of how close or far to things I am. And that's better than when it's in space, but it's just kinda rough in general. Now we just gotta clear out the rest of these shootables, and the mission ran kinda long because I couldn't hit everything reliably even with the aimbot level lock on. but eventually I made it through. We gotta chase Big Zam down, and we're the only ones that can do this. Don't worry though, at this point I have gotten more or less used to the controls, and as a result, I know how to dodge consistently. All you gotta do is stay on its ass like a 14-year-old white girl stays on Twitter, and we will do fine. After fumbling my way to capsizing the Big Za...
The Big Za! I won't let a punk like you beat me!
Well, a punk like me just beat you. Rest in shit, Big Zabby.
It was a misinput, calm down! You calm the fuck!
I tried out versus mode because for the life of me, I couldn't fathom what versus mode would even be. There's no goddamn way that they would have two people in that dumbass battlesphere, right? Damn, that's what it is? Crazy! Yeah, no. If I subjected anyone else to this, we'd probably end up vomiting on each other from motion sickness. Moving on. I mentioned this before, but I will say it again. The voice acting is really good, and I'm a fan of it at this point. This is quite the cinematic experience. I do genuinely wish that I had gotten this far back then, but now I appreciate that effort tenfold. Now to just find the guy that came up with the battlesphere and ask him what the actual fuck that was all about. At this point, I don't want to call this gameplay bad or good, definitively just boring. Mashing the melee button is all you have to do to any of these dudes, and doing anything else is just wasting my time. Also, Gyan is just a zesty ass suit, just saying. I love Gyan and Makuve to death, but call a spade a spade. Ooh, I like this area. Nice change of pace visuals wise. Now if only we could be on the ground like a Never Ending Tomorrow. Ugh, did I just give an indirect compliment to Never Ending Tomorrow? God.
Castball! Castball! Please! Come back!
Okay, that delivery was extremely Bible Black coded and you will not change my mind. Okay, so next mission, we gotta defend White Base. Okay, very easy. After we kill a man, we get another cutscene where they tell him to stop working on the Gundam because Amuro is outgrowing the Gundam with his reflexes. Ooh, does this mean the controls will get better? So here we have some familiar faces, and Degwin, the dickhead, and oh no, fuck you! Giran says that he will be the best fascist he can be when he grows up. Man is not beating the Mussolini allegations. Another mission, more of the same shit, but then Amuro hears a strange noise and then a ship comes from the distance. We give chase only to find that Lala is piloting this ship. Yes, Lala is inside of a man. God, I wish that were me. So she's protecting Char, and after this, I get the best thing I've ever seen in a Gundam game to date.
I'm afraid you come too late.
Came too late?
Why did you have to wait so long before you appeared in my life?
A detachment alone? What a shame.
The song is perfect, the set piece is perfect, everything here is perfect. This game is perfect. Well, kinda. All of the cinematic chops that this game has reaches a peak right here. Almost everything works here. Even the stupid battlesphere didn't get worse, so that counts for something. Then a cutscene caps this entire gameplay section off. Me and Lala have an encounter in space. Then Amuro accidentally kills Lala, and this made my jaw drop. Amuro is grieving. Char even sheds a tear. And when I got to the results screen, too bad the controls are still ass. I think I like encounters in space now. It hit all the right notes with me, and I can say that this game really shot up in opinion for me, and it's right below Federation vs. Zeon now. Yes, I like this more than versus Zeta and Zeonic Front, but to be honest, that wasn't that hard. And now that you have my full opinion, I guess there's only one thing left for me to say. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, that's the first apology thing out the way. Hey everybody, it's Kinsey. I'm apologizing for encounters in space, the shit I said 2 years ago or whatever. Look, I got a ukulele for this. This bit costs $40. It's pink too. I love the color pink. Colleen Ballinger core. Apology song, I name it Encounters in Debt. I'm sorry for what I did. If you don't like it, go to bed, cause I'm your dad and you're a kid. That's all I got. Suck my dick. Okay, this is Alright, back to the video. But the controls are still fundamentally goofy as hell in my opinion, and the camera gave me vertigo. But other than that, it's good. I like it. Cute bitch stamp of approval. And here's a side note, don't skip this, okay? My opinions and tastes are changing every day, and my videos at any time period reflect this. I didn't cover every Gundam game because I'm some massive Gundam fan. I cover them because I like games, and they are insane games most of the time. Being a dumb bitch in my comments is not what changes my mind. Making a good point is what does that. And Encounters in Space fans were the ones to do it. I'm extremely appreciative of those that get just why I'm doing this whole thing. It's to make people laugh and talk my shit about video games. If you get it, let me know in the comments. If you don't get it and you get irrationally mad about every negative thing I said about your favorite game, then I don't know, bruh. Play better games or touch better grass. I don't care what you think. Bye, everyone. Happy New Year or whatever, and new videos coming soon. If you want to know what's coming up next, I got a Patreon and memberships like I said earlier. Besides that, though, stay safe, stay hydrated, and most importantly, stay cute, you lovely cute bitches.